question is, how are you feeling about this season? It's early, but how are you feeling so far about the season, the team, and just moving forward?
Yeah, you said it well. It's early. We went through February, I think, in a positive way. The season, as I said it in one of the press conference, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, a World Cup in the middle, Leagues Cup, Champions League, a lot happening. So we had a very good month of February, but our feet are on the ground. We're staying very humble in what we have to do, and we're not getting ahead of ourselves in any ways.
What's the message to the team to stay, because it is a long season, what's the message to the team to stay consistent, to stay grounded?
Yeah, one is we spoke this morning. We have to keep punching. It's this. The season is like being in a long boxing game, and sometimes there's rounds that you're gonna be in front, other rounds that the opponent might punch you more. In a month, you might have a month that is more difficult, but you need to stay on your feet. You need to keep punching. We're taking it in a way that we're not thinking about the first four games. They're done for us. Right now, our only sole focus is Dallas on Saturday. And if we take it game by game, where we don't take it for granted, we don't take winning for granted. We're staying very aware that every game has its own story and challenges, and that's how we want to be throughout the year. Hi.
So, three straight wins. Great
Yes.
start of the season, but
Four.
oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
So, how are you keeping the squad grounded despite this early?
Yeah. It's I just answered, and this last question is we don't take in the locker room winning for granted, because we know that when we have the opportunity to get wins and to get points, we have to take them. So we're not living from the past. February was a very good month. Now March is gonna have its own challenges, and we're trying to focus on that. I think we have a group that is a winning group, but also a very humble group. They work hard every day in training. They want to keep going, and this is going to be a hard game Saturday, because the more you're successful as a team, the more the opponents prepare for you and get ready for you, and we have to be aware of that. So we know our strengths, and we also know our weaknesses, and we just have to stay humble and keep working hard.
Mark, the back line that you've been using with the three center backs, sort of the hybrid with Sergei on Denis' side, is that something that you feel really comfortable with? Is something that you can keep through the season, or was it just for that stretch of games
No.
to start off? How does that make you guys better?
We feel very comfortable with it. I think that as a team, you have to know that the way you attack affects your transition when you lose the ball, and the way you defend affects your transition when you win the ball. So there might be games that we're gonna feel comfortable having a rest defense only with two players. But right now, I think we have a way of playing that we're trying to establish. Think about us. Think about what we want to be as LAFC, and there's a great competition in the roster right now. Like I said, the players that have been involved in this month of February with more minutes are playing an important role, but others will in other months. The season is long, so yeah, that's how we're feeling right now.
And how have you felt in Nkosi Tafari's impact early? He was someone you mentioned in preseason, like maybe he wasn't the first choice for you,
Yeah.
and he kind of kept forcing his way into the lineup. First of all, how did he do that? How did he keep showing that he deserved the minutes to you in preseason?
We don't have any bias with any player, so the players that do well and grow in training and show that they deserve, they're gonna get important chances. And Kos is a player that took that chance. He fits well in this hybrid three back four. but he also grew a lot on defending in a back four. That for me is something that he needed to grow with. He was very comfortable defending in a back three, but I think we spoke about with him about some challenges when we were shifting as a line, out to cover in a back four, out to defend centrally in a back four, and he's grown as a player in that, and credit to him.
Yeah, he seems like he's physical, he's fast, he has no problem breaking up plays, obviously getting in front of shots, blocking shots. Is that Nkosi at his best? Like when he's making up those plays, being disruptive in the back?
I think I always see him, especially with his age, with the team we're trying to build. It's still margin for progression, and I hope I'm telling you the truth that we still didn't see him at his best.
Last one for me. Dallas attacks with two up front with Farmington and Musa. How do
Yeah.
you see that forward combination impacting what Dallas wants to do against you and how you?
Yeah,
handle that?
they play with two forwards, but they attack with 4 or 5. So they try to stretch you as a line. They try to use width well. Then they have should be Farrington and Musa up top. They're physical, very physical presence. So that's a little bit of a change for us from the last games we had. So it's going to present a different challenge, and we're working on it in training and being ready for it.
All right, we'll move to take questions online. Rodrigo, go ahead.
Bueno, Marc, gracias por tu tiempo. Hoy sí de conocer los partidos de la Leagues Cup. Yo sé que falta mucho tiempo todavía, pero lo que representa para el LAFC enfrentarse eventualmente ante un histórico como Chivas y el vicecampeón de México de Toluca.
Sí, yo tengo que ser muy honesto contigo. No es una competición que ahora quiero hablar mucho o pensar mucho, porque ainda faltan muchos meses, es después del Mundial, pero lo que puede decir es tener a clubes como Toluca, Chivas, Querétaro, son clubes que tienen historia, clubes que tienen mucho a decir en el campeonato mexicano, y que nosotros es un privilegio de jugar contra equipos así.
And we have time for one more. Jim, go ahead.
Coach Jim Alexander here. I'm curious, as you're establishing sort of the identity of this team and getting this season going, have you had contact with Steve Chirongo? I'm curious if you guys are still kind of staying in contact, maybe bouncing off ideas off each other.
We are friends, so when you're friends, you speak regardless where Steve is in the world. To be honest, we speak about everything. We speak about how the kids are doing, the dogs are doing, the adaptation in a new country, but we rarely speak tactically or almost nothing about LAFC. He just told me he watches the games, it's exciting, he's happy for me, but we don't share tactically anything. We do speak more about personal, family, and that's it.
Good to know that you're still keeping tabs.
Of course, he's a friend. He's a friend, of course.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank-
Nkosi, what have you guys seen from the hybrid defensive line that Mark's lined up with the one fullback and the 3 center backs, and what that's allowing you guys to do and be so successful in shutting down opponents?
Yeah, it's way different with the ball versus without. I think it's something that you see often a lot these days in football, in American, European, or whatever style it is. Just another really good way to get more guys forward. You don't always need 4 guys building back there, but it allows us to if we need to. Sergi can always come back and help out. Eddie's very good with both feet, so that just gives us a little bit more flexibility and freedom in that aspect.
And for you, Mark mentioned that maybe in the preseason, like you weren't his first choice, or that you weren't the first option, but here you are, and you
Yes.
started all 4 games so far, and obviously made yourself, I'm going to say, a fixture. So you stood out with your play, winning 2 match day players of the day. So, what was that preseason like for you, working through that, and then now having these opportunities based on what you've earned? What are you feeling through the first part of the season?
Yeah, he was definitely telling the truth there, for sure. Unfortunately, but I guess fortunately so, that's kind of the position that I've been in, I guess, for like the last 10 years. I think ever since I started playing college. I would always go into it. Coaches were maybe a little bit unsure about where I would lie, different scenarios, and just kind of like on the cusp. So either a good backup in ways or always rotating in, or just being second team and then eventually just earning that starting spot. So I say fortunately, but unfortunately so, is that I'm familiar with the role. I've never been the guy that just is, the name that's on the team sheet guaranteed. You close your eyes, you know that guy's starting no matter what. But like I'm always there. I always give myself a shot, and yeah, if I don't believe in myself, really, who else is going to? So that's really all it comes down to: showing up, doing the things on the daily, and I love what I do regardless of where I'm at. So I think that helps too.
Do you feel like on the field you're playing at your best, or as you perceive yourself to be the best when you're breaking up plays, getting in front of shots, sort of really being that stopper when it comes down to teams getting their shots off?
I think that's a good role. One of maybe the stronger things I do. I think maybe at my best is the ability on the ball and finding certain passes. So like being in the middle of that three, I think that helped a lot in maybe Mark's decision of thinking that maybe this could be kind of the guy. But yeah, more than anything, I am a center back. Defense is the main priority. So just doing some of those little things right all the time is kind of what led to a little bit of the shift. But yeah, don't feel like I'm at my best yet, which is great.
And last for me, just the chance to play Dallas. You were asked about it obviously last year, and you were really clear that whatever, it's just another game. Another year into your LAFC experience, and you get to face them. They're off to a good start as well. Just facing guys like Musa and Farmington up top, and what's it like to try and shut down your old team?
Yeah, it's, I wouldn't say easier, but maybe more comforting when I kind of know what they do. I've trained against these guys, Farrington, since both of them. I was in Spain when we welcomed Musa to the club, and Farrington the year he got drafted. I'm very good friends with them, and obviously being a defender, you train against them every single day. So I know what they can do. Doesn't mean you can stop it every time, but I have a good feeling about where we are. I think defending our back four, we're in a good place at the moment, so it should be definitely a good test. So, for sure.
Hey, me, Culver City News. Two questions. One, if you were to use one word to describe this team, what would it be?
Electric.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my second question is, it looks like there's numbers in your hair. What's the significance of this?
Yeah. So this is just kind of the current hairstyle I have at the moment. But yeah, I had a friend in town. It was before the Miami game. I wanted to do something. We weren't really sure, and I kind of just had the blank canvas of just like all blonde. So we kind of thought about a couple of options. In Dallas, I did some stuff always for the fans. So this was kind of just my paying homage to the fans this time around, this year around. So the 30 to 52, for those that don't know, is our fan section at BMO, like our ultras. They get after it. They definitely do their part. So it was kind of just to, start the season paying some homage and respect to them.
Jim, go ahead.
Thanks for sticking around for one more.
Oh, yes, sir.
I'm curious, as a defender early on in the season, how is the pace and sort of the speed of the attackers and the wingers different than it is later on in the season? I'm curious, is it like, do they have an early burst, or does it change throughout the season in terms of, playing defense against guys who, especially speedy guys? Like, is that something they kind of come along as they get more conditioning throughout the season?
I feel like everything's contextual. You can look at it in a variety of ways. Maybe early in the season you could have a situation where a guy could be coming off an injury per se, to where maybe they got a late preseason start and then they're not up to speed as all the other guys, or someone could be carrying an injury sometime midway throughout the season, because game after game after game you play 3 to 4 in a week. Next thing you know, you're starting to feel a little bit heavy. I think it just kind of depends on your own preparation. Like, I know if, let's say hypothetically, I were to play 4 games in a week and then they sub in some kid who hasn't played at all and he's fresh and it's the 70th minute, he's probably going to be running a bit faster than the other guy for the first 69 minutes. So I think it's just all contextual. I don't think it's a matter of months or timeline. I think it's just what that person is going through at that time, and also what their speed is, I suppose, at that time. But yeah, mostly context-based.
A few days off. It's you guys were really condensed in the schedule to start, but a couple days off here now to regroup for Dallas. just energy returning for the practice sessions this week in advance of the game, and what have you seen from the guys in the locker room?
Since we came back, the energy has been very good. Usually when you take a small break like this, 3 days, the first day is a bit with mistakes and everybody's more sloppy, but from the first day, from yesterday, was a very good day. Intensity was good, quality was good, so I think we're all good mentally to face Dallas.
One thing I've learned is players, teams take each game by game, right? You think about the next one when it's in front of you.
Yeah.
But with the start you've had and with the way that people look at LAFC, they want to look into the long term. Oh, this is a team that can win the Supporter Shield, a team that can win the MLS Cup. Does any of that stuff factor into goal making, or in terms of like longer term goals for the season, or just the way that you see yourselves as the capability you have? Does that matter at all?
For sure, it gives confidence starting the year like this. But I think we're going, like you said, one game at a time, and that's the mentality that we have in the group. It's okay, what is done is done. Now we move forward, and if we want to win something, that's the mentality that we need to have. So after every game, it's like, if we want to be champion of something this year, we move on and we continue working. And I think that was show up when we came back from 3 days, and the intensity was there. Everybody wanted to win yesterday at training, so when it comes to game, everybody wants to win too.
And only 1 goal conceded in the 4 games. That fact, how much does that register in terms of, what you guys think you can do together and really sort of dominate opponents?
Yeah, we want to be good offensively. We know that we have very good players that can score goals, that can be dangerous. But that's another point also, that we want to be good defensively. So we can be good on both sides of the game and manage the game as we want. And from there, I think if we're good defensively, we're going to have more chances offensively. So it's going to be even better for us. And at the moment, we're doing it right. Everybody is running for each other. Everybody's fighting. So we have to keep going this way.
Knowing that this is a long season, how do you personally manage wins and losses? Not letting the losses linger too long and not letting the wins become,
I think we all know how we want to play. Everybody's on the same boat. So it's not a little, like it's a roller coaster. And when we hit maybe a loss or something, we're not going to start thinking about, what we did wrong and everything. For sure, we're going to review the game and look at ourselves in the mirror. But we're going to keep doing what we were doing and building every single day. And from there, we're going to grow and we're going to be better.
How do you, I got one more. What did you do with your free time? Like, do you have hobbies, or what's like the go-to thing to do to just recalibrate?
At the moment, I'm brand new in LA, so I try to visit almost everywhere. I love beaches, so I'm going and visit beaches, take a good day at the beach, or visit some areas. That's what I'm doing at the moment here.